What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today we're going to be talking about why car insurance is skyrocketing. So I know this is an extremely hot topic, and a lot of Americans are frustrated watching their insurance go up, and in some cases, actually double. Now, the worst part is a lot of the stuff has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. Even if you've had no tickets, you have good credit, great driving record, no accidents, they are still going to be raising your rates, and I'm going to explain why. So back in August of 2021, I bought my Audi R8 brand new. At the time of purchase, I was paying $280 a month. Now, I thought that was a little bit high, but I was like, you know what? It's a $200,000 sports car. It's rare, so maybe that's why I justify it. At the time, my deductible was $1,000. I had roadside assistance, and I also had rental car reimbursement. Fast forward to 2023, my insurance now with Progressive is $590 a month. Now, I have no accidents, no tickets, zero claims, nothing. I did nothing, but my insurance has doubled. On top of that, my deductible now is $5,000, and I have zero rental car coverage and zero roadside assistance. But somehow it went up. So I decided to investigate. So I called my insurance company multiple times and kept asking them, why did my insurance go up? And they always want to use, oh, well, the pandemic, it's over now, more people on the road, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I can understand maybe 50, $100, but how does my insurance double with no claims, with no accidents, with nothing? And they wouldn't give me any answers. I talked to multiple of my friends that own insurance companies. I've talked to banks, everybody I could, and nobody could give me a reason why. So I decided to do some of my research on my own, and this is what I came up with. So the first thing we're gonna be getting into is repairing of your car. Now, car parts have gone up 25% across the board. Now, I think that number is extremely low. I think it's closer to 45 to 60% because a lot of the parts that we used to order for $50, $60 is now $75 to $100. Bumpers we used to order for $500, $600 are now $1,000 to $1,200. So everything has gone up. Now, one of the reasons why is because during the pandemic, a lot of these companies were shut down that were making these parts. Now they're finally back open, but there are quite a few manufacturers that unfortunately went out of business during the pandemic, and they were never able to open back up once everybody else was open. And so now, even though the supply chains are slowly getting filled up, the demand for the parts is still extremely high, and so you have to pay a premium for these car parts. So now insurance companies have to pay even more for parts. Follow that up with rising labor costs. It is extremely hard to find a good qualified technician to repair your vehicle correctly. During the pandemic, a lot of our people winded up quitting because they'd rather stay home and make $4,000 for free and do side work on the side than work for a company. Even today, the demand for technicians in the automotive sector is huge. We have such a fall off gap. Everybody's going to regular colleges and getting a $100,000 marketing degree and coming out making 15 bucks an hour. If you're thinking about getting into auto repair, please do. This is something we really need. But unfortunately, we have to pay even more than traditional, and now that insurance cost is going up or they have to pay top tier labor prices to get their cars repaired. So another thing that goes along with the auto repair is the actual rental cars. When you get into an accident, they give you a rental car, and most times insurance companies pay for that. Well, we had people that were staying in some of these rental cars for up to 6 months at a time because we couldn't get the parts for their car. So over the last 2 years, insurance companies were taking massive losses paying these extra premiums for rental car insurance while they're waiting for parts for their cars to get fixed. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the large amount of fraud that's going on. Now, there are always these people that are going out scamming people, crashing into each other, filing injury claims and getting their cars fixed and stuff like that. But also we're seeing a lot of people crash their cars because they simply can't afford them anymore. And the only way for them to get out of their cars is to actually crash them. And one of the other things that's raising your premiums is the people that have these overinflated cars. Next thing we're going to talk about is car values. So I know you may be thinking, why drive an old Toyota Corolla? I don't have to worry about that. I own my car and my insurance is low. Wrong. Even if you're driving an older car, a lot of the insurance companies are raising your rates because to replace that older car is going to cost a lot more than what you paid for it maybe 5, 6 years ago. So the cost of replacing your car is how insurance companies determine your premium. And there's a lot of people that bought cars way over MSRP, especially new cars. So just imagine buying a brand new Chevy Corvette for $80,000 and then paying $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over MSRP. That's when you add the gap on your insurance. and these people, let's say they crash them. Well, now to replace that car, it's only $80,000, but they got to eat that gap of $50,000 of negative equity. So all these things keep adding up and up, which is also raising up your insurance premium. Another big thing is frivolous lawsuits. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people get injured in car accidents, but you cannot drive more than a mile on the highway without seeing one of these guys like, hey, have you been in an accident? You're in a wreck, you need a check? Call Lucky Lawyers and we'll get you billions of dollars and blah, blah, blah. It's literally an assembly line to sue people. This is probably one of the biggest things that's causing our insurance premiums to go up, because I've literally watched people barely tap people, not even scrape a bumper, but get $20,000, $30,000 out of a lawsuit. I'm not sure how it works. Makes me laugh, but if you guys have had anything like that, please put in the comment section below. I've seen some crazy lawsuits over my time. I literally remember a guy suing my dealership because he ran into one of my parked cars because he said I wasn't parked correctly. Pretty hilarious. But yeah, tell me your stories down below. Another reason why your insurance premiums are going up is because of medical. Medical has gone up significantly since the pandemic. So it goes along with the lawsuits. You get hurt, you get injured, you need to see a doctor, medication, surgery, physical therapy. All these things mount up to thousands and thousands of dollars for even minor accidents. And all these things are help pushing up your insurance premium. So the next one is really going to shock you guys. It's weather. Weather is actually causing your insurance premiums to go up significantly. A lot of the forest fires that happened in the West Coast in California, and a lot of the flooding that happened in the South and the East Coast. A lot of insurance companies took major losses when these catastrophic events happen, and they have to offset their books with the losses by raising insurance premiums. That's why Florida has some of the highest insurance across the United States, because they have so much loss and fraud, but those are the two biggest things, so they have to offset it by getting more premium for you. Now, unfortunately, if you live in California, you guys are getting royally screwed. You guys have a law in place where you cannot raise insurance premiums, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because now insurance companies can't raise your insurance to offset their risk. So Allstate, Progressive, State Farm, Geico, they're all leaving California. So please, if you have any of these policies on your cars, please call them and ask them if they can go ahead and see if you could renew your policy right away, maybe even early, and extend it so this way you can at least going for another year. But if they're saying no, start looking for car insurance now. And unfortunately, the numbers you're going to find are going to be much, much higher than what you currently have. It's an actual crisis in California. If you guys want to Google it, there's literally hardly any companies doing homeowners insurance as well as car insurance. They're all walking away from California along with all the people. So way too much issues there. But anyways, this is some of the things you guys need to look out for. Now, if you have maybe a good insurance company, you want to recommend it to people, please put in the comment section below. If your insurance company is gouging you, also let us know. Put them in the comment section below. Let us know what you're driving, how much you're paying, what company you're using. Because remember, the more information we share in this, we can help other people find maybe some better, cheaper insurance, or they know which insurance company to stay away from. Like I said, I pay Progressive. I've been with them for 10 years, and they are literally raking me through the coals, and I'm paying double what I normally paid. So I'm currently looking for insurance. If you guys do insurance, hit me up in the comment section below or hit me up on Instagram at Lucky Lopez, and we'll see you next video.